Committee, Patrick Yabuama moved the House to adopt the committee's report on the government's request for waiver of import duties, import VAT, import NHIL, import get fund, exim levy, and special import levy amounting to the Ghana cedi equivalent of €1,517,040 for the supply and installation of integrated e-learning laboratories in senior high schools. The Okaikwe Central lawmaker read the concluding paragraph of the committee's report and asked the House to adopt it.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to move that this House adopt the report of the Finance Committee on request for waiver of import duties, import tax, import NHIL, import get fund levy, exim levy, and special import levy amounting to Ghana cedi equivalent of €1,517,040 for the supply and installation of integrated e-learning laboratories in senior high schools, Televic Phase II. Mr. Speaker, I will ask the Answer Department to capture the entire report as having been read, and I'll give the House a brief background of the report, which is captured on pages 3 of 9 of the report, and also advise members to look at Appendix 2, which is attached, and it exhibits the schools in all the regions which have benefited so far from Phase 1 of the project. I will read the concluding part of the report and ask the House to adopt the report of the Finance Committee. Mr. Speaker, in conclusion, in view of the benefits of the educational sector, how the educational sector stands to gain, as well as the immense socio-economic benefits to be derived, the committee is satisfied that the request is in the right direction. The committee therefore recommends to the House for the adoption of this report and approve the request as earlier stated for the sum of €1,517,040 for the supply and installation of integrated e-learning laboratories in senior high schools, the Televic Phase II. Respectfully submitted, Mr. Speaker.
The minority leader, Castle Atoforsen, supported the motion moved by Patrick Buama, maintaining that the tax waiver was for a good cause. Atoforsen commended the Minister of Education for his commitment to ensuring that all senior high schools across the 16 regions of the country benefit from this Televic Phase II policy.
I refer to the committee report, page 7 of 9 and 8 of 9. Speaker, line 3, it says that it will also ensure, in terms of the benefits of the project, that this project will also ensure that appropriate distribution of e-learning solutions for 175 schools based on the need assessment that seeks to bridge the gap in terms of ICT infrastructure and related capacity building. Speaker, clearly this tax exemption is exempting a loan facility that has been approved by this House already, amounting to €11.5 million. So the tax waiver is approximately 10% of what has been approved. And the target is to supply some e-learning equipment such as computers, laptops, and a number of ICT-related equipment to certain secondary schools across the country. Speaker, I have seen that in the document that was presented, they gave us the distribution where the schools, the Ashanti region will have 38 schools, the Brown Ahafo will have 28 schools, Central region 25 schools, Eastern region 35 schools, Greater Accra 21 schools, Upper East 12, and Upper West 13. Northern region beneficial schools will be 35 schools, Western region 18. And now the Speaker, clearly you can see that the distribution is nationwide. I just want to use this opportunity to commend the Minister for ensuring that the project covers nationwide and not few schools in certain parts of the country benefiting from that. Speaker, with these few words, I can only support that this tax waiver be made. Mr. Speaker, oftentimes impressions are created that we are against tax waivers. Yes, we are against the principles of waiving taxes, but certain taxes are important that we waive. Because, Mr. Speaker, these are schools that the country is buying ICT equipment such as ICT laptops and desktop computers to assist in the learning. So you can only waive those taxes. But certain taxes that we have issues with, and when we raise them, not that we are against it, but as for this from the Speaker, there's no way we can vote against such a tax. Speaker, this is something that is good for the country, it's going to support the education sector, and I believe we should all support it. Thank you.
Speaker of Parliament Alban Babin therefore put a question to the House to support, and the motion was subsequently approved.
I proceed to put the question for your consideration. Honourable members, those in favour of the motion, say aye. Those against, say no. The ayes have it. The motion is carried.